Hey, bonjour mes amis, and welcome to another adventure in French. Today's adventure, conjugating IR verbs. Now, what do I mean by an IR verb? Well, remember, there are three families of regular French verbs. There's the verbs whose infinitives end in ER. We call those ER verbs. There are the verbs whose infinitives end in RE. We call those RE verbs. See where I'm going with this? And then the verbs whose infinitives end in IR. And that is what we call IR verbs. And of course, each of these family of verbs has a slightly different set of endings that you're going to add onto the stem in order to conjugate the verb correctly. All right, well, let me give you an example of an IR verb, a verb whose infinitive ends in IR, and I'm going to choose the verb finir. All right, notice it ends in IR just like I promised. And I bet you can probably guess what this verb means. It means to finish, finir. All right, now I've already said that before we can begin conjugating, we've got to find the stem for our verb. And with ER verbs, we formed our stem by dropping the ER. For RE verbs, we formed our stem by dropping the RE. And guess what we're going to do to form the stem of our IR verbs? Yes, we're going to drop the IR. So my stem for this verb is going to be F-I-N. That's my stem. And because I know that my stem is going to appear in every single verb form, I can go ahead and put that in now. All right? And so, for my first person singular, which is the je form, I'm going to put in my stem. All right? For my second person singular, or the tu form, I'm going to put in my stem. Third person singular, my il form, I'm going to put in the stem. And then, of course, for my first person plural, or the nu form, add my stem. The second person plural, or the vous form, again, let's put in the stem. And then finally, my third person plural, or the il plural form, put in the stem. All right? Now, maybe I ought to go ahead here and just add those subject pronouns so you know what I'm talking about here. Just to make it clear. All right. Good. Let me put a space in. Yeah. Oh, that's looking fine, don't you think? All right. And put in my new form. Yeah. All right. Vous. And then il plural. And then just to make sure I've got enough room, let's bring down the size of that. Oh, let's say to that. Yeah, you can still see that. All right. Yeah. All right. This is just to help you remember what forms are what. Of course, I hope by now you already know these forms very well. All right. Almost done. And then our last one here. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, good. Now let me introduce you to the endings. All right, we've got all our subject pronouns. We've got all our stems. All we have to do now is add our endings, and we will have conjugated the verb. All right, for the je form, the first person singular, our ending is going to be is. All right, is. For our tu form, second person singular, our ending is going to be the same thing, is. So far, so good. Is. How about that third person singular, or the il form? Think it'll be another is? Well, close. Actually, it. So our endings for the singular are is, it. All right, now watch what happens in the plural. This gets fun. All right, for our new form, our ending is going to be issons. Look at that. Talk about an ending. You surely get your money's worth with that one. Issons. All right, quite different than what we're used to. We're not used to quite so many letters as an ending, but it works. And notice too, we still have our ons, which indicates the new form. All right. For our vous form, second person plural, our ending is issez. All right. Again, the familiar ez, it just has an iss in front of it. And then finally, the third person plural form, the eo plural form. We're going to stick with the iss and we're going to add ent. So as you can see here, we really have the same endings that we have for er verbs and re verbs, ons, ez, ent. We're just going to put an iss in front of them. All right? So let me kind of highlight these. Let's see. Let's make them purple so you can easily distinguish the endings. Isn't this fun? The way you can just change the color and enjoy. Oops, see? I didn't quite do it. There we go. There we go. And then finally. All right. So our endings are for IR verbs, is, it, issons, issez, issent. And let's go ahead and pronounce this verb. And that would be je finis, tu finis, il finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent. Let me do it again. Je finis, tu finis, il finit, nous finissons, vous finissez, ils finissent. And that is how you say I finish, you finish, he finishes, we finish, you finish, they finish. And I'm finished with the conjugation of IR verbs in the present tense. Join me again, won't you, for another adventure in French. Au revoir, mes amis.